Bring in our chief Washington correspondent, James Rosen, as we were just keeping an eye on House Speaker Paul Ryan speaking to college Republicans in Madison, Wisconsin. James, earlier this week, as we reported on, Paul Ryan said that he wouldn't defend Trump's comments and that he wouldn't go out and campaign on behalf of Donald Trump. Listening to his speech a moment ago, it sounded a lot more like a speech about Republican principles. What has struck you about it?
Heather, good afternoon. What we saw just now was the House Speaker in those remarks to college Republicans in Madison, Wisconsin, his home state, effectively trying to pull off a delicate maneuver. Ryan has faced some blowback from within his own GOP conference, even from lawmakers who are not staunch supporters of Donald Trump, who felt that Ryan essentially miscalculated when he withdrew his support from Trump without quite unendorsing him in that group phone call, that conference call on Monday, because it came one day after Trump had turned in a very strong debate performance. And so what we saw Ryan doing in those remarks just now was tacking back to very strong criticism of Hillary Clinton and the Democratic agenda, while at the same time trying to assert both to his own flock and to the public at large, when he held up that pamphlet saying better.gop, this, he said, is the philosophy of the Republican Party. He was essentially asserting control over the policy agenda and in essence saying, without saying it explicitly, that Donald Trump is not the face of the GOP. Here is the face of the GOP. So it was a delicate maneuver because he didn't want to say anything directly about Donald Trump, but he did want to try to appease supporters of Donald Trump and others within the GOP conference.
And also make sure they can retain control of the House, or at least do the best job they can at that. James Rosen, thank you so much for following that for us. Have a great weekend. Good to see you as always.